fake chat until I figure out what camera's going to be turned on.
See, we'll all turn the camera.
What's the name of your show?
Oh, okay.
What's the name of your show?
That's Get the Ball.
Welcome to the first episode of Get the Ball Rolling. I'm your host for this first segment, Gary Piccirillo. And you know, when we say get the ball rolling, we're talking about starting something from nothing. We're starting about getting an initiative off the ground, a project, and nothing really describes that more, in my opinion anyway, than independent filmmaking. And for that reason, we have our guests tonight, two very well-known independent filmmakers here in the Rochester area, Brent Merritt and Levon Jones. Guys, thanks so much for breaking away from your projects and getting with me tonight. We only have a few minutes here to talk, so let's get right down into it. In the bigger scheme of things, Levon, for Rochester, I would have never known that there was a thriving film industry here, but there is.
Yeah, there's a lot of talented people that's doing like a lot of creative things in films, but like it is underground and it is independent because a lot of people don't know how to like market their films. A lot of people think you just make a film and then you just make a DVD and you put it out there and you have a film.
That's not how we got problems. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't go like that. It's pretty much like it's the branding, it's the flyer, the poster, getting people to know that the ideal is in the making. It's just like making a soup. It's like you want to put this big sign up like, I'm making soup, y'all. It's gonna be out soon, you know. And then while they're looking at the branding, you're actually making the scenes. You're working on different projects.
And the public keeps asking, is it soup yet? Brent, you guys have actually collaborated on projects. You're working together now,
Yes.
But so following that same train of thought, how do you pull from the community talent, camera people, you know, makeup artists? I mean, they're out there. How do you find them all?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have them come in live. Oh, I'm gonna have the before and after. You got all your face.
Do you want to start on the cut since you're pretty good with the liquid latex stuff?
So Raj, when you got a chance, I didn't want to bother you yesterday because I was trying to, but I got this story done.
I was gonna ask you about that yesterday.
It's not going to win any awards or anything, but I got the downstreams on there, the CGs, and it's good to go. And the thing is, the lady that I was trying to, I thought I could get this lady to come into the studio to kind of wrap around having this as a centerpiece of something, and I don't think she's going to do it. I think I could probably get somebody to sit.
Awful, dude. He went to Home Depot, got me one of them fine line, bro. Dude, I'm sitting there with like 3 of these things trying to like do his makeup. It was awful.
It still came off because after seeing the transformation that quick and you doing it right in the van, that was, I still knew. I'm like, yeah, that's the guy.
Well, like I said, I mean, I got good guys with me too, you know, and
Oh yeah.
There we go.
you know, between me and Eric.
You like that? Because you got a little more depth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the skull, like. Everybody get ready to do some blood. I think you want to probably move your hoodie. You don't care if it get wet.
I'll just throw it over to this
Yeah,
side.
pull
so
it
the
over to
blood
that
can
side.
Show more. Whoop. I don't care if it get wet, but you know.
A lot of luck. Just being out there, really. Just being out there, working, getting around the people. They get to know you. Finding people to actually be in a project is real easy. Finding people to stay and run the whole thing out till it's done, that's where it gets difficult.
And we were talking earlier that it seems on the surface so easy, but when you really start putting the hours in.
Right.
Levon, you've been working on a film, Judgment Night, and actually you're working on 3 films, which is completely blowing me away. You have another one, Bad Apple is the name of it.
One Bad
One
Apple.
Bad Apple, and you're just getting ready to wrap up one called Judgment Night. Kind of take me through my paces. And you guys are cut to an extent working together on these, but you've been in the forefront for all of your projects.
Yeah, I'm gonna tailgate like what off of what Brett said. It's like you can find people to start the project, but like it can cause you a lot of problems because you can make a flyer, poster out, then you got certain people that might pull out, then or you got footage that you shot, and now this person is not gonna be in the film anymore. So it's good to have Brett as an executive producer because that gives me the chance to like do other things as far as the editing, finding makeup artists. We even was lucky enough to find a stunt woman, which we haven't found a use for, but we're gonna find a use for her soon. But we found a makeup artist. It stars Jose Taylor. Jose Taylor has been like, he's a star of Judgment Night, and he's been there like all the way through. Like, you know, anytime this guy doesn't own a car or anything, but like I would say he is like the role model for a star of an independent film.
Brent, conversely, you're trying to get a project off the ground, kind of like an ongoing serialized melodrama that if it all comes together, if I understand correctly, it'll take place in the studio here.
Yeah,
How's that coming?
I'd like to shoot this next project that I have in mind in the studio, but right now it's going to take a lot of pieces. There's still a lot of work to be done. Just to give an idea, just for Judgment Night, you didn't speak on like the time it's taking. Right now, we're just about to wrap up production, but you're talking a year and a half in the works on that. That's a lot of time, and that's what makes it hard to get people to really stick because they don't know. They figure it's like taking photographs and that's it, and they don't really know how much work go in.
Levon, throw some numbers at me. I've heard, and for every minute you see on screen, it's really about 100 hours, of pre-production, of effort going into it. You've been toiling away on these films, and it's got to be satisfying knowing that the end is in sight.
Oh, like the one scene, you can go to YouTube and you'll see the scene for Jose Taylor when he's taking the bus from his house to downtown. That was 150 shots, easy.
Right.
Just to get him from his house to downtown, to show him outside the bus, getting on the bus, sitting on the bus, looking outside the window, just to put it together, all the different pieces just to make that one scene. When I was gonna shoot that scene, I'm like, that's easy. I'm just gonna shoot him going from the house. To me, my whole vision was walking around with the camera, him coming out the house, and he walking, getting on the bus.
Go to the bus, get on the bus,
get on the bus,
take a ride.
But then actually, when I got into the actual shooting of it, I found out that I got to set the camera. A lot of days he wasn't even there.
Right.
A lot of days I shot the bus with him not even riding on the bus, the outside of the bus. I'm driving my car, stopping the car, getting ahead of the bus and shooting the bus, and then the bus passed me, then I drive, get past the bus again, get set up. It's like I say, but with One Bad Apple, it's like we're starting fresh on this. We're gonna start our first shooting, we start November. It's gonna be our first date when we shoot One Bad Apple. And but pretty much from Judgment Night, it gives me the ideal of like what I'm up against with One Bad Apple. I think it's going to be a lot more easier than Judgment Night.
Well, that's what they say. Every subsequent film is easier than the one before, but each one brings its own problems.
Each time you learn more. Mm-hmm. Each time you learn more, and it makes the next project more efficient.
Do you guys feel like you're just now kind of like coming into your own? I mean, none of us are kids anymore, but film is ageless, but the effort that you put into it. You can't put a premium on that, but do you feel like as time goes on, you're really starting to get to produce your best work?
I think so, because more mature minded. Even
more
take my
people
own projects more seriously.
seriously, and then you got other people taking you seriously now. Now I don't have to like I'm a film director and all that. I ain't got to be like, hey, pay.
Right.
You know, I'm getting more attention from like people who are doing what I'm doing. They acknowledge my work. They see the artistic value of it. They giving me like my mother, even my mother don't even respect my work. She don't
Right.
look at my work, but I had other people who's into the work say, wow, I love the way you shot this. I like the way the angles look. You have like some really cool stuff going on. And also the thing with Judgment Night too is like the soundtrack. I play a part and I'm also playing drums in it. A lot of the music is done. That's another thing
Yeah.
too. All the music is original. A lot of people don't understand
do
when you're
our
doing music, you have to have a score. So if you're thinking about just using people's music and thinking that it's not going to cost you anything,
We
never
score our
is.
own
But I can
films.
tell you, I have no doubt that the accolades will come. We're about out of time. I want to thank our guests, Brent Merritt and LaVon Jones.
that was
Oh, thank you for having us.
Independent filmmaking in the Rochester area. We'll be looking forward to seeing your names up in lights. Don't go away. I'm Gary Picarillo. Our next host, Tiffany Taylor, will be up next. Stay tuned. You guys were.